Episode 4, people. Let's do it.
What's going on, everybody? This is Jack Posey.
Ahmad Shaw.
And this is the accountability call.
Yes, sir.
So today is Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. Ahmad and I introduced the 3-2-1 to you guys a day ago or 2 days ago. Can't remember exactly.
But
we are going to check in with each other, show you guys what the midweek check-in process is like, and give you guys a little bit of insights what our 3-2-1s are. Before we get to that, again, I'm Jack Posey. I'm a sophomore at Penn State on the men's lacrosse team. I'm a defenseman, and I'm aspiring business major. And
yes, sir.
My guy Ma's going to take it away from here. Tell me more.
Yeah, I am Ahmad Shaw, football player here at St. Vincent College. I play cornerback, engineering major. Also a prefect in the dorms, aka prefect RA in the dorms. Basically, I just watch over freshmen. And yeah, so we're gonna take you through our 3-2-1s midweek check-in. We're gonna take you through our 3-2-1s. But before that, I'd like to shout out to Jack, because I don't know if y'all been seeing, but in every video before this, he's always got his Penn State stuff on. Right, you always see it. So I had to come right. I had to come correct this time. I had to put my school sweatshirt on, St. Vincent football. So I just had to level up, meet him at his level. So go ahead, Jack.
Hey, it's about pride. I wear the the blue and white with pride. I wear the logo with pride, and I know you do the same. And I'm thankful for the connections I've made through Penn State, the people I've gotten to know, my coaches, my teammates. And the friends that I made, and Penn State has given me a lot, and I'm real thankful for everything. So I wear this badge, I wear this sweatshirt with pride and honor.
Yes, sir. I love to hear that. So yeah, let's do it. Let's get straight to it. Let's jump in. So 3-2-1s for this week. How are we doing as far as we're at the halfway point. Today is Wednesday. It's a little bit darker in our room if you can't tell. So it's Wednesday night. Let's just walk me through it. Walk me through how it's going for you. Let me find it. Here we go. Got it on the sticky note right here. So let's go.
Yeah. So my 3 goals. So I want to get my accounting homework, accounting extra credit and textbook done.
Yes, sir.
I worked on my accounting extra credit yesterday and today, and this morning. I got a lot of it done. I'm not completely yet. I haven't. Okay. I touched my textbook, but I haven't read through the chapter yet. So I'm making strides with it, but not really all the way there yet. I'd say I'm really slacking on my 5 summaries, my 5 chapters, which is my second goal. Yeah. I have not written one summary, and I've not read one chapter, and it's Wednesday. So I need to prioritize that. And I think after this, I already finished up my homework for the day. I'm going to write one summary and read one chapter and try to get, it's like 6:30 right now. I have some time. So hopefully I can read 2 chapters and get one summary written out. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll get back on track with that. Life has been pretty busy. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. I've been trying to reach out to my grandparents in the afternoon, and with practice coming up and just other calls, other meetings, it's been a struggle. So I think for me, I need to prioritize that goal the most, because that's something I know I'm gonna get done this week, because I'm not gonna let that slip by. So I think what I'm going to do to hold myself accountable to that is I'm going to text my grandparents and ask them for a time where they can talk, rather than just kind of call them out the blue, which I was going to do.
Yeah.
But you know what? Right after we hang up, actually, I'm going to text my first set of grandparents and ask them if they can call tomorrow a certain time.
Yeah.
That I know is going to fit in my schedule and won't be adjusted, so I can prioritize them, put them on my schedule, and it's not something I forget about. So,
and also I think that's a smart thing by you, because not only are you reaching out to checking in with them, seeing when you can call, but now you kind of have that added pressure of now you can't forget, right? Because now they know you're gonna call. Now they're expecting it. So I'm glad you said that. Now it's a more pressure, more incentive for you to call. Not that you wasn't gonna call already, because I know for a fact you was, but just so it can stay in the forefront of your mind. So.
Yeah, that's definitely an adjustment I think I need to make, because I just think going forward too, this is important, because there's definitely been people who I'm supposed to call who I just haven't, and it's because they there's no pressure because, like you said, like nobody is like expecting it until you tell them.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I mean, that's probably what's worked a lot between you and me. Just like telling you I'm gonna get things done, and like just being held accountable and trying to be a man of my word with everything I say. So I think that'll be a good way for me to get back on track with that goal as well. Moving on to my habits, as far as my core and control, gotten that every morning.
Yes, sir.
It's like we mentioned on a previous episode. It's not fun, but it's worth it. And I know Ahmad hit his control today and left him a little weak.
Legs were shaking. Oh,
bro, he texted me like twice, and he was like, "Man, my legs are dead."
Yeah,
and like that's
Go ahead,
he's not hitting the gym. He's not in the gym like lifting a bunch and doing all this heavy weight, bro. It's literally like the most simple, like watered down exercises, and it just left him dead. Dude.
Hold on. I'm gonna show you my gym right here. I'm gonna show you my gym right here. That's one piece. 2-pound little ankle weight. Drawstring bag. 1 bottle. 2 bottle. 3 bottle. That's my gym right there, bro. That's what I use to get after it.
So, hey, no excuses, no 0 days. As Coach Ron says, as Coach Ron loves to say, no 0 days. Shout out Coach Ron, he's awesome.
That's the guy.
But yeah, so Ahmad's making the most of it, and he'll for sure get to that quick little story about today when he's up.
We'll
but
get to that.
For stretching an hour a day, I've been doing it at the night. I wanted to get that done in the morning when I first kind of said it, but I've been trying to get a lot of schoolwork done, so I have my nights to be free. One reason for that was because I wanted to call my grandparents at night, but it hasn't happened yet, but it will get there.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, Ahmad, I'm telling you to the viewers, and I'm telling my grandparents tonight. So
yeah, and we got a couple of viewers now, so hey, they know. They might reach out.
Shout out. We got 11 subscribers right now. Appreciate all of you. We're getting some views on our episodes. Thank you to everybody who's promoted, who's watched our videos. This is something that Ahmad and I, we've been doing for 6 months, and we felt the need to share it. And we didn't really know if too many people were going to catch on, if anybody at all was going to watch. Like, if you read our description, this is something that we want to be able to look back one day and say, hey, we did a podcast. We made something. And just having other people come in and watch and actually view our content, it's pretty cool. So thank you to everybody who's out there watching, all 11 of you. It's
11
it's
of
really
y'all,
cool.
Hey, all 11 of y'all real. So we appreciate it for sure. And stay tuned. We got something big coming. Talk about reading books. We got something big coming.
Let's go.
But let me stop. Let me let you finish.
Sweet. So, like I was saying with stretching, I got my hour stretching in last night. And tonight that's gonna be the same thing. After we hang up, I'm gonna text my grandparents and I need to hit my hour of stretching.
1 hour stretch.
Honestly,
tonight.
Honestly, like, so like, I mean, I've been stretching a bunch like that. That's like usually my daily routine.
Mm-hmm.
But like after I did yoga for a week, at like the 30 minutes a day and like going back to stretching, like I think I kind of like yoga more. Like I've only done the 2 hours twice, right? Monday, Tuesday. But I don't know, like yoga just felt good.
Yeah.
And then it's just, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like it feels good.
Yeah, it's weird because like when you first do it, you're like, I'm doing yoga, I'm doing this poses and all that. But once you really get into it and you understand that, like, okay, I'm gonna hit this pose. It's weird, bro. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, you just got to do it. And I think personally, I found like a newfound kind of love for it because it's so different. But at the same time, you're still stretching. You know what I mean? So, hey, I'm glad you're starting to like it, bro.
You gotta love it if you're waking up at 5 a.m. to do it. So, but no, and I'll get the stretching in. I'm gonna stay true to my stretching goal. I'll get back to yoga next week. But like I told you a little bit earlier, it's last night. Didn't get to bed until 11, a little past 11. So past my goal. Didn't knock that down. Was trying to make that solid, but I did not stay up super late. So even though I didn't stay up crazy late, I didn't hit my goal. So tonight I'm definitely gonna make sure I'm in bed by my goal. I want to be in bed by 10:50. So I gotta get that almost that 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
And last night I kind of ate into it a little bit. But tonight I'll hop back on that good habit. So not letting 2 days go by me.
Yeah. One thing, well, two things. Like how you just said, not letting 2 days go by, just brought up a memory in my mind. I remember back when I was playing quarterback. I'll be training with my coach, right? One bad throw, he would say, if you got one bad throw, okay, that's what's the word?
That happens.
It happens, yeah. Basically, it happens. 2 bad throws means you're not focused, right? And so just like how you said, not letting it happen 2 days in a row or whatever, understand that if it were to happen, not to say that it is, but if it is going to happen or if it were to happen, that means now you're not locked in. So just be super attentive, super aware of that. Make sure you reset yourself, focus in, and really get to bed at 10:50 tonight because, it happens, right? But now we have to reset and come back at it, be better than yesterday. So.
Yeah, and I love how you brought that up. I was kind of hoping you would. I threw that alley-oop in the air. I was hoping you slam it down. I was hoping you'd say that story, and you did. And I think that's a really important lesson for you all to know. Like, once Ahmad told me that probably like 4 or 5 months ago, and like ever since, like that's resonated with me. Like on the lacrosse field, like if I drop one pass, okay, like whatever, figure it out. Just onto the next. But if I drop 2 in a row, like I'm letting something get in my head. I'm letting something bother me, and that's when there's an issue that needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
And that's been something that's really helped me. Just kind of going throughout. I mean, not even just sport. That's just an example, but like with my 3-2-1s, if I miss it one day, I'm like, you know what? Now I really got to focus because I don't want to. I don't want to like look at myself. I don't want to talk to you and I'd be like, I'm failing because I'm not focused. I'm not locked in. Because that's on me if I'm not locked
in. Yeah.
But enough about me. Let's hear your 3-2-1, your midweek check-in. How's it going?
My 3-2-1. Let's go find it. Let's go. All right. So core control 5 times a week. I'm 3 for 5 right now. I hit it this morning. Funny story this morning. So I got core in, right? Completely forgot about control until after we got on our call, and you reminded me about control. I was like, oh snap, I gotta do control. So what I did was I did this hamstring control and I did this quad control, right? Mind you, I haven't done it in forever, right? So I get up, legs are shaking. I'm like, whoa, sit in my chair. I had class at I want to say like 10:30. From 10:30 to like 12:20. So I'm basically in this chair from 10:30 to 12:20. I kid you not, bro. Stand up at like 12:20. My legs, like, my nervous system is still messed up. Like, my legs are all like, whoa, I had to sit back down, bro. Man. I don't know what it was. I think, I'm not gonna lie. I got after it though. That's for sure.
Let's go. Let's go.
It was not a pretty sight, bro. I'll tell you that. So, core control 5 times this week. We're on track. I got that done. Shoulder work twice a day, every day. Got shoulder work in this morning. This thing was on fire once again. I got to get it again tonight before I go to sleep. Read every night. I'm on track for that. Doing good so far with that. Wash your face twice with the African soap 2 times a day. Did it once today. Got to do it one more tonight when I jump in my shower or whatever. 5 a.m. yoga. Yes, sir. Did that. Study in a consistent place. Trusty desk right here. So
locked in.
And so far for the week, got a couple. How many more days? 4 more days. 4 more days. And we're just gonna get after it, bro.
My bad. Yeah. Said that pen flying. Sounds like you're on a real good track. Better than me at the moment.
No, don't
I
say
gotta
that.
catch. I gotta catch up. I
Don't say that.
gotta
No,
knock them off.
You gotta don't say that because you gotta understand. You know, me and you, we have different situations, different struggles. So, you know, I might be hitting everything, and maybe you miss a couple of things, but at the same time, I'm not dealing with what you're dealing with, and you're not dealing with what I'm dealing with. So, we're both still good. I would say, if anything, we're still like right on the same path, right on the same page. And it goes back to that the mirror analogy. Remember from
Yeah,
way
I remember that. I remember that.
so quick little backstory. Way back when, summertime, we're working out, running super hard and everything. And
Super
I think it was
far and
me.
super fast.
Whew, those guys was working us. But we had it came to a point where we was both frustrated, or I think it was me. I was frustrated. I was getting in my head talking about, oh, this guy's beating me, this guy's beating me. And in reality, it's not the fact that he's beating me. It's the fact that I'm beating myself, right? And it's the fact that I'm getting in my own head, second guessing the go call. So I'm always trying to jump early or whatever it was. And we came up with the analogy of a mirror, right? So, when you're on that line, about to do that 40-yard sprint, and it's a race, instead of looking to that guy to your left and to your right, put a mirror. Put a mirror to your left and put a mirror to your right. Put it 40 yards long and see who wins. And at the end of the day, you're going to be the winner regardless. So not to compare your situation to mine, put that mirror right next to you and just run. So
I wish I could say I wish I could say I set that one up like the one before the don't miss 2 days, but that's all you. So good, great job there. And yeah, race the mirror.
Yeah.
Whether you're racing like a physical race, or you're in any situation where you're competing against somebody else, just put that mirror up and just go. Because if you're racing yourself, then you're gonna be pushing and pushing and pushing. If you see yourself pushing yourself in the mirror, if that makes sense, you're just gonna keep on going hard. So
sure. I'm not losing to myself.
Love that you brought that up.
I'm not losing to myself. I'll never lose to myself. That's for sure. So
let's go. So that's our 3-2-1 midweek check-in. So for today, we're going to talk about something that it came up in Ahmad and I's conversation of recent, and that's the importance on routine. Woo! And how routine helps you not only navigate the lows, but also navigate the highs, and how it keeps you consistent no matter what's going on in life.
Yes, sir. Big time. Big time. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So what Ahmad and I are going to do, we're going to share with you guys a couple things that keep us on schedule, keep us on routine, whether we're going through lows in our lives or highs in our lives, or if it's just a normal day-to-day. Because one thing that we came to realize throughout our conversations and our journeys is you need some kind of consistency, something to center yourself. And if you can keep it consistent, it's just going to build a strong routine. And if you have that strong routine on a great day, you'll be able to humble yourself. And on a bad day, you'll be able to pull yourself back up to where you always are.
Jeez,
so
bro.
With that being said, Ahmad, I'm going to let you start off. I'm going to let you share your 3 daily routines that you hit or try to consistently hit every single day that center yourself and kind of get you ready. And that no matter what's going on in your life, you can do, that'll help.
Yeah. Dang, well, thanks for putting the spotlight on me. Appreciate it. So,
hey, you got to show off that St. Vincent gear now. Come on.
Yeah, I got it on today. So, I think we were talking about this. It came up in our call, I want to say Tuesday. And we were just talking about like the importance of the routine, and we were diving deep into it, and we were saying, okay, it's good to have the routine, but what keeps the routine consistent, right? What keeps that routine the same thing, like how you said, when you have those highs and you have those lows. So one of the things that we had actually came up with on the spot right then and there was our 3 consistent things within our routine. So my 3, 5 a.m. yoga, right? So that is something, every day, regardless of whatever's going on, regardless if I got an A on a test, I got an F on a test, I got a big test that day, regardless of that, that 5 a.m. yoga is something that'll first lock me in for the day, every day. Second thing, accountability calls. These calls that we have in the morning, 7 a.m., this is also something that'll, let's say worst comes to worst, I don't get the 5 a.m. yoga in, right? So now I'm down one of three things that help me lock in for the day, right? But now I have this accountability call, and I know for sure I'm not going to let you down, right? So that's another thing that'll help me just with my consistency, regardless of whatever test, exam, whatever it is, regardless of what's happening that day. The 5 a.m. yoga, the accountability calls that we got at 7 a.m., and then the last one, my read before bed every night. And why is that so important to me? Because let's say this, let's say busy day, right? Two tests and test tomorrow, right? So all you're doing is basically studying all day, right? It's important for me to be able to have that time to get in my bed, calm myself down and do some reading and just calm my mind so I can be prepared for tomorrow, prepared for my 5 a.m. yoga. Because if I go to sleep anxious and, worried, I don't sleep well. I wake up feeling groggy. So instead of doing that, let's just avoid it altogether, right? And so let's put in this read before bed as a safeguard to whatever happened that day, right? Not letting that day transition over to the next day. So those are my three things: 5 a.m. yoga, accountability calls at 7 a.m., and then reading before bed. That's what helps me stay consistent in my routine, regardless if got a right hook from Mike Tyson, I got an uppercut from him. It doesn't matter. Those three things, and I'm good for the day. So
When you were coming up with those three things, was it like right away? Did you get it, or are there things that you kind of left out, or what was that process like when you were trying to decide, what three things were going to be in your routine? Because I think a lot of people, I say this because it happened to me. When I was trying to build my routine up, I realized there'd be some things that I try to do for like a week or two and they drop off.
Yeah.
And there's some things I thought I did for a month. I'm like, oh, I got this. And then I kind of faded out when I was doing it.
Yeah.
And these things kind of never came back. But for mine, I'll get into them in a little bit. But there were things that kind of stuck out. But what was your thought process when you were picking these, three different actions for you to be consistent with and to keep a routine with? Like, what was your thought process going into it?
Yeah. So I would say I probably had about 5 things come to mind, right? But not 5 things at one time. I probably had 3 solid things and then 2 other, on and off type of things. And I think something that I got from Alan, shout out to Alan, something that I got from him, and I'm sure we'll talk about it on these calls one time coming here soon. But what I got from him was sticking with like your gut or your first instinct or your first thought, right? And that's a big thing that helped me. Like I said, there's like 5 things that popped in the mind, but there was 3 that came first, right? And I knew for a fact those 3 were something that I could hold myself accountable to, regardless of whatever day it is, regardless of if let's say it's Sunday and we don't call on Sunday, but I know for a fact I can hold myself regardless of what's going on in that day. So that's why I picked those 3 things, because I know 5 a.m. yoga, who else is up at 5 a.m. that's going to distract me? The birds, exactly. Right? The accountability call. I'm not going to let you down. And it's just that simple, right? It's not going to happen, right? And then the reading before bed. Now, that is the harder one. I'm not going to lie. That's the hardest one because, you're in bed, you're tired. But for me, it's the understanding that I don't like waking up feeling groggy, right? Let's just call it what it is. I don't think nobody does, right? It's for me, the fact that I found this solution, reading before bed, why wouldn't I try and execute it every night so I don't wake up groggy, right? So that's why I picked those 3 things, because I knew I could hold myself accountable to. No, it wasn't easy, right? Like I said, there's 5 things that came to mind. And, I could have picked one of those other 2, but in all reality, in all realisticness, right? Or even if that's a word, whatever. But in all seriousness, like I could say oh, I'm gonna do this, this, and this, and not actually do it. And those two were things that like apply to that category, right? These three, they don't apply to that category because I know for sure I'm gonna hold myself accountable to it. So when it came to picking those three consistent goals, those three consistencies, that's kind of how I measured it. How can I hold myself accountable to this on an off day, on a day where we don't talk, on a day that, everything, the whole day was sideways. Can I still hold myself accountable to those three? And that's why I chose them. So.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. That and sticking to your gut, and just going with that first reaction. And it's interesting because like I honestly didn't know why you picked the three things you did, and I just wanted to know what your thought process was because my thought process was very very specific, and I didn't necessarily listen to my gut for this one, but I do think that's a very important lesson to be learned and skill to be applied to your life, just like listening to your gut, which I try to do a lot. But this when we were kind of picking our routines on Tuesday morning, I picked three, and we'll wrap up this routine talk. But my three are accountability calls. That's one that I know every day is going to get done. Like Ahmad said, we're not going to miss that. Meditation. I like to meditate for 1 to 2 minutes at tops. Just literally sit down, center myself, appreciate the thoughts going on in my head, and just be present in the moment. And then the last one is something I call I will statements. I actually got this from Tim Boyle. He's the backup quarterback on the Packers. I was listening to a pod or I guess an interview with him from Coach Cav. Shout out Coach Cav for having him on.
Coach Cav.
He and these I will statements. It's a very reflective thing. And it's right before I go to sleep. I just open up a journal and I write, I will and blank. Whatever that blank is, it's what do I want to embody for the next day. So my word for the week is listen. And like I said, if I want to be a better listener, if I didn't listen as well as I did today, before I go to sleep, the first thing or when I open my journal, the first thing I'm gonna write is I will be an attentive listener tomorrow. I will be a thoughtful listener. And I'll write 2 or 3 of those statements. And it's just, it offers reflection before I go to sleep. And like you're reading, it just kind of brings me back and it gets me pretty much ready to sleep. I mean,
yes, sir. Yeah.
So when I wake up, I don't feel groggy. But my way of picking those 3, and it wasn't the first ones that came to me, but I think it's really important to pick routines and pick, different things that you can do. Like Ahmad was saying, like I could say I want to read a chapter every night before I go to sleep. But guess what? If I'm really tired and I read a bunch of textbooks and I did all this kind of stuff before, I might not want to read and I might not get that done. Now, I'm not knocking on Ahmad. I'm not knocking at you at all because just hop in your bed and reading. You don't got to read a whole chapter, right? You should read 1 page, you can read a little bit, and that's enough to reset you. But let's just say theoretically, my goal was let's say read 5 chapters every night. That's unrealistic. So I picked 3 things that are realistic that I know I can get done every single day. Obviously, Sunday is not for our calls, but something I can get done every day that'll center me. No matter what goes on, I can always do it, and there will be no issue. Nothing's going to stop me. But yeah, so my accountability calls in mind. That's one routine that holds strong and helps me kind of get ready for my day. Meditation, I'll hit that whenever I'm feeling really rushed in my head and a lot's going on and I'm juggling a bunch. And I don't know if I'm overheating or if I need to step away. I'll just meditate for 1 or 2 minutes, just appreciate what's going on, be present, get back into it. And I finish my day with my I will statements. And that's just a reflection of what I needed to work on from today, like I mentioned to you. And pretty much it's goal setting for the next day.
Yeah.
Right before sleep.
And one thing I just want to add, as the viewers, understand that I tried these I will statements. Right? You remember when I tried the I will statements?
I told you to, yeah.
I might have got it for 3 days. But after that 4th day, it wasn't something that stuck with me. It wasn't something that resonated with me, right, personally. But it's all about, trying new things, trying different things, because something that stuck with Jack didn't stick with me, right? And that's okay because we have 2 different paths. We have 2 different journeys, right? So just going forward, understanding as a viewer, not everything we say is going to work for you, right?
No shot.
But it's always about shooting that shot up, trying it. Right, because at the end of the day, you're better than the person that's not doing anything. right? You're better than the person that's not doing anything if you're trying different things, trying new avenues, trying to hit something, trying to figure out what will work. As long as you're not staying complacent and in that same spot of, well, I'm just gonna go to sleep at 1, wake up at 8, feel groggy, not do anything about it, that's where you're losing, right? So understand, it might not work for you, right? But it's very important that you stay motivated and try and find new ways, new things that'll help you personally, okay? Maybe you could take away from Jack, he said he writes I will statements, right? Maybe you could have I will thoughts, just like that. And you know what? That might work for you. So just understand, take what we're saying, mold it a little bit, and then use it.
Man, you folding that thing like a Chipotle burrito. What's it called though? No, one really important thing to Ahmad's point is nothing changes if nothing changes. If you don't change your routine, or if you're in a routine that isn't working for you and you don't like, if you don't change it and bring something in and kick something out, like our 1-for-1s, your life isn't going to change that much and you're not going to accomplish the goals that you aren't currently accomplishing. So keep that in mind if you try to put anything into your daily routine. So if you're experiencing a high or a low, you can stay consistent. And if it's not working, try something new.
Yes, sir.
But now, thank you for listening. This has been episode 4. And before we head off, we're going to drop our PS quotes, our Posey Shot quotes of the day.
Hold on. Let me drop the mic. Yeah.
I'll start. I sent it over to Ahmad last time. I'll put the spotlight on me for this, and then I'll let you wrap it up and finish strong.
Yes, sir.
But for today, my PS quote, my Posey Shot quote is, get up and find the strength to do what you are supposed to do.
Yes, sir. Hold on. Wait. Say that again, bro, because I ain't fully comprehend. Say it again for me, bro.
All right, I'll read it slower.
Thank you.
Get up.
Yeah.
And find the strength.
Okay.
To do what you are supposed to do.
Hey, he gave me the chills, bro.
Oh man, take that as you may. Everybody has things they need to do in life, and a lot of people don't do them. I know personally, before we started doing these calls, before I really started dedicating myself, I didn't do a lot of things I was supposed to do. And I'm still not perfect. I'm still not there yet. But finding that strength every morning to get those goals done or try to get those goals done, that's what counts. That's what matters. That's my quote. Over to my guy, Ahmad. PS quote, hit us with it.
Dang, bro. Man, you dropped a good one, bro. I'm going to try and hit that home run right after you. So my PS quote, stay disciplined to reach your maximum potential, right? Stay disciplined to reach your maximum potential. What does that even mean? It means stay locked in every day, no matter how difficult, how hard, because those days, those 100% days, they add up, right? Just like those 80% days add up, well, those 100% days add up. So stay disciplined to reach your maximum potential, people. So that's all I got.
Locked in. Let's go. And that's what we were today. That's what we were yesterday. That's what we'll be tomorrow. Locked in.
Yes, sir.
That's how we do it here. Again, my name is Jack Posey.
Ahmad Shaw.
And this is the Accountability Call.
Woo! See y'all.